Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video here on Weapon of Noise. I'm your host, House and thanks so much for joining us today. I'm doing an unboxing again, and today we're not going to have hardware here. We're going to have a special collector's edition of a game that I personally love still after all these years. And yes, it is Destiny 2, the collector's edition for Beyond Light. Before I show you that box, let me just show you something in comparison. So Destiny 2 shipped with this collector's edition. It's rather a small box. Very handy, you can hold it very easily in your hand, in the size. Then we have the Shadowkeep box, which came with a cool puzzle and a few other items, and that is really large. And let me just put that here on the table, just to give you, some size comparison. And the Beyond Light Collector's Edition is huge. Because this is the chunkiest box. I think this is amazing. There's of course content in there that warrants really that size of box, but I just really wanted to show you quickly in comparison what size differences are overall here on these boxes, and let's just get right into it, I guess, right? I personally really love Destiny 2 when the new expansion hits. It's always amazing when the Odd comes out in a few days. They of course, changed the release date a little bit later because of all the things happening in the world right now, and people working not as efficient as they did before. But I personally really love what we did here, and I was glad that I could join in again on the fun with the collector's edition. So yeah, this is basically the outside that you can see right now. On top, of course, we have the Fallen House symbol, and on the bottom we have our Guardian symbol. So I guess let's just get right into it and open the box. Get this outer layer away from here and take a closer look. So in the front again, we've sort of embroidered here. It's like foil on top. We have our spheres here that we can see, and of course we have the triangles coming in. I'm holding it a little bit into the light so you can see it's actually reflective. Very nice. Then we have the Fallen House symbol, the new one, which is using stasis. That's a new element coming to the game, basically like a frost power. And of course we have the new destination that we're going to turn to in the next few months and years. Europa, a moon of Jupiter, the biggest planet in the solar system. As you can see here, when you flip it over a little bit, there's Jupiter in the front, actually on the nether side of that cube. So I say that is the outside layer. Let's just jump right into it and see what's inside. So you open this on the side here and flip it open. As you can see on the inside already, this is beautiful artwork with the Axis Stranger, the sister of Anna Bray. And of course, another pyramid in the background here on Europa, showing us Jupiter in the long distance. So what's inside the box actually? Well, it's not that much, really. It's only the bag that came with the collector's edition. But this bag has, of course, lots of cool contents. And I gotta say, it's very nice, just like a camping bag. You could actually use this in real life. This is not just a gimmick. And I really appreciate that. Could maybe put in some camera stuff here if I go traveling around the world. So there's that. Looks actually fantastic from the outside. And has some extra bags. And we have already the first cool item here that comes with. This is the canteen that we have for the collector's edition. It's made of plastic. Let's just not talk around it. It's very, well, I guess cheap, but it's a gaming item. And if it would be glass, it would be heavy and could break easily. And the plastic will, of course, with the cool logo here in the bottom, can actually, last so much longer. Well, a few thousand years, I guess. But still, if you use this right, I would still appreciate it. And I hope you can recycle it later on, if you don't want it anymore. And well, that's basically the box, right? Nothing in here, really. So I'm just going to put this aside, and we continue on. So the reason why I'm always excited about the new expansion in Destiny 2, or just in general, is like when you have the new seasons coming out, there's for a short moment of time, like one mission a week, that's cool and new, and that you don't need to grind for. For everything else, the high-end stuff, you really need to grind for. And that's so annoying because you're almost replaying within the season lots of old content just to get to the new content. But with a new expansion, that is different. Again, if you have a new expansion, you just play lots of story missions, hopefully a few of them, and then you can actually then, from then on, go into even more new content, like new strikes, new PvP maps, and so much more. And of course you can explore the new destination itself. That is always great when a new expansion comes around. What do we have here? Well, this is a letter from the Axis Stranger, as you can see. Yeah, your stranger I remain is signed here. So this is like lore entry If you want to read it, you can pause the video. I don't know if you can read it all. But basically, this is all you would need to get yourself going a little bit into the world of Beyond Light and what's happening on Europe. On Europa. Europa is the continent, Europa is the planet. Well, moon, it's a moon. God damn it, I'm getting everything wrong. But there's even more. We got this. This is a small like book, actually. And it even says here, warning, novel prion-detected embodied collagen hypothesis. Jovian magnetosphere promotes highly abnormal protein folding. Prognosis, massive slowing fraying of basement membranes. And so much more. So it's basically like a guide how stasis works on the body, because I scanned it a little bit beforehand. And there's so much cool stuff in here. It's basically like a scientific book. What's happening, why we are on Jupiter and on Europa, why there's an ice shell here, and how that affects us actually. And we have basically like a scientific study. There's a pig that was dissected, and of course the position of the sun is in calculation here. And the crazy thing is, this is for a video game really. Why is there so much content here? I don't get it. And there's the Wilhelmina, I think that's the exo-stranger's name, Wilhelmina Bray. That's the one that we're gonna call the exo-stranger. And Anna Bray, of course, is the sister of her, which we know, of course, from the Warmind expansion. We can see studies here how stasis impacts, for example, the brain of a human person, and so much more. This is really detailed. I really like. There's so much time spent on this. There's even small notes in between, which you can read here. So this really feels like an actual item that came from the world of Destiny into a real world that we can explore and study. So I'm very excited to go into this, take some time maybe tonight and just read up on it as a preparation for Destiny 2 Beyond Light. What else do we have? Of course we have this here. This being a small letter. As you can see here, it's actually kind of nice. Opens up very easily. And I guess it's like a postcard. We have this, it's not a sticker, it's a Velcro sticker, I guess. You can put it on anything you want and just attaches to it. So that is very lovely. And furthermore, we have, oh yeah, this is basically, I think the icon for stasis could be. I'm just assuming at this point right now. I mean, even the handbook shares the same symbol, so this is my guess of it. And what else do we have here? Well, it's a postcard from Europa, actually. And just again, when I see just the artwork of it, I feel like Destiny still is its own world. And no matter how sort of bad content gets over time, it is a world that I really like seeing, exploring, and I really love just going there. Every week, maybe once, just for a few hours. But it's fun. The gameplay is fun to me personally. And that's why I'm basically playing since day one of the release. I certainly wasn't an alpha user, I wasn't a beta user, but it was always fun when on September 9th, 2014, the journey began. Basically couldn't get away from it anymore. Here we have the big item of the bag. This pyramid is a replica of what we can expect. Ooh, there's something secret there in the game. And this is really large, like if you can hold it here, I'd say about 14 to 15 centimeters. And it looks like, you can open, there's like a small button here. Let me show it you in this camera. And oh my god, it lights up! I didn't know it lights up. Oh, this is so cool. Check it out, you can put it anywhere you want, like next to your table. If you want to see it, and it glows. This is amazing. So, okay, you don't need to open it up necessarily, but it's definitely cool that there's something happening with it. I think there's even, wait, there's a plug on the back side. Yeah, there we go. So you can actually charge it. It has like a micro USB, I think. It even shows you when it's charged. So you can basically put this next on your table and have it as a, you know, room light here. Oh, this is so cool. I really like this. Sorry, I'm sorry. Let's put this to the side. There's something else in here. I think this is just foreground. There's nothing else inside of the box as we can see, so I'm just gonna leave it here. And now the final part of it, because there's nothing else here in the back, we have the game code, which everyone should get if you have it. And what you can go just on Steam or anywhere else if you want. Oh, there we go. Inside here is the charging cable. Very nice Bungie for adding that, although I have like millions of those already. And I guess there's nothing in here, nothing in between, so let's just open what's inside here. It basically is, yeah, just guarantees and everything. Hey, how to use the battery and stuff. And of course, Splinter operation, it says here. There are 4 operation modes that cycle in the following order each time the button is pushed. On, breathe, code, off. The Splinter's battery can be recharged by inserting a supplied USB cable into the port at the base of the sculpture, connecting it to the traditional USB power. So, yeah, so there's a code thing happening. And as you can see, it's turned on just right now. Just turned on. And with breathe mode, which is just going on and off. And then we have code. Long, long, short, short, long. So this code actually was translated already by r/raid secrets. I will link you to a tweet I found below, where there's like 3 extra emblems that you can redeem on bungie.net/redeem. Very simple, very cool. And I love, again, this is one of the cool things that Bungie does. In the last time when we had a collector's edition with Shadowkeep, there was like a small moving puzzle where there was another emblem inside and a code. And there were multiple codes actually in different collector's editions. So we had to put our resources back in again to get, of course, this puzzle solved. This time it's more simplified. The last time we had to go on the map and find different hints which icons can be put together. This time it's just Morse code. But giving the item and how cool it is, I really can't complain. This is so cool. But just as a cool line, I would put this somewhere, maybe in my living room, to create some atmosphere when I'm playing. Maybe on the table here, or I don't know. I'm not sure where to put it. And yeah, this flying ship, it's so cool. It's like all these different details in here. And I can't state how much I love all of this. So of course, yeah, there's even more in the collector's edition. The game code is in there. And of course, the download code for the soundtrack. Of course, again, can't find that here. You need to go on the website, of course, from the Bungie store and get them from there. And that's basically it. That is the unboxing of the collector's edition of Destiny 2 Beyond Light. I am very much happy to have gotten this cool collector's edition. I appreciate, again, this postcard is so lovely. I would make this a large post and put it in the back behind me. And yeah, as I said before, lots of cool new stuff coming, a brand new adventure, a brand new super mode actually, like Stasis, and of course a new raid. We already know when that's gonna happen. It's the first week's weekend, Friday night or Saturday morning. If you're in the US, it's Saturday morning, I think. And it's gonna be so cool to see another raid run happening again. It's been too long. We've been waiting since the release of the raid. It's been too long since we saw the release of Garden of Salvation, and I know it's not because of the delay of the release of the game, but just in general, a year is a long time. Sometimes we have gotten actually a new raid in between, but that was before Bungie was independent as a studio, and now they're only working with one themselves, and not with Ultima others that were supported, of course, by the Activision network. But I have to say, I'm glad they are not with Activision anymore. Yeah, that's it. We just put it back in here. I hope you liked this video. I hope you had fun and found this unboxing resourceful, informative. And if you did, how about you leave a like on the video and subscribe to not miss any new stuff that's coming around. I plan to talk a lot more about Call of Duty in the future, like one video, which is a lot because I don't do often videos. And of course I have also new stuff coming from CSGO, and of course I will talk at least a little bit in the beginning about Destiny 2 Beyond Light, how I find it, and if you like that, stay around, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye.